I posted an article, a very brief article on LinkedIn today, talking about rethinking leadership. Not that leadership needs rethinking, but I think it needs stripping back to what are the fundamental truths about leading others. And I have called them my first principles, where we strip everything back to the point where assumptions do not need to be made. And they're kind of the accepted truths of leaders, of leaders and leadership. There are 6 that I developed over the last 30 plus years, and I'm just going to walk through them one by one. And the first one that we have, I know these off the top of my head, but I need a guide. The first one is leading is personal. Leading others is personal. And by that, I mean 2 things. One is you need to lead as yourself. You can't suddenly say, oh, I'm going to lead like Richard Branson. Richard Branson has spent 50, 60, 70 years developing his approach. And just to borrow that would be wrong. People would spot it. You're not being true to yourself, true to who you are. So leading is personal. We're all going to lead differently. And the second element is the perception of good leadership is in the eye of the beholder. And some people think some leaders are great and some people don't. And therefore, it's about leading to a point where people know who you are, trust you, and will willingly follow you. The second one is people follow people. So make damn sure you show up as one. And showing up as a person means showing them your strengths, your vulnerabilities, basically showing yourself beyond your labels, your job title, the fact that you're married, got kids. And so, yeah, get beyond that. Leading others shows up in times of change or ambiguity. If the business is ticking over, then you're probably managing it. It's kind of business as usual through controls, measures, and just making sure that you stay on track to whatever you are trying to achieve. As soon as something changes or ambiguity sets in, that's where the role of leadership really comes. Number 4, leading others is a contact sport, which means that you need to build connections, relationships with those people that you intend to lead. And those relationships need to be effective to whatever it is you are trying to achieve. Number 5, the job of a leader is simply just to set direction. That's why they're called leaders. You say, this is where we're going, and this is where we need to go, or we need to avoid this hazard, or we need to take advantage of this opportunity. Your job as a leader is purely to set direction and then get out of the way. You've employed a gazillion managers to do the stuff that they're good at, whether it's finance, operations, quality, human resources, marketing. You've employed them to do a job, so get out of their way and let them do what they do best. Or you might suddenly change your role from being a leader to being a manager, where you have responsibility for a certain section of the organization, or a certain task or project. That's fine, but you're not leading, you are now managing. And the last one is the only tool in your toolbox is the ability to communicate well, whether that's setting direction, providing feedback, creating those connections that are so important. You need to be able to communicate well, because experience is probably the best teacher. Labyrinth has been built around creating those experiences where you can learn for yourself. I can't teach you how to lead, but I can help you learn. So the Labyrinth is really, really important to providing those experiences so you can learn what works best for you. This will be posted onto Substack shortly, so you can reference it time and time again. And if you get any questions, you know where I live.